Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. As you read from the title, this is going to be how to tune the magazines. I already have a video out on this. It was my number 8 video, but due to the fact that I was recording from my phone, it wasn't as good and as clear. Some of the guys that are a little more mechanical, they worked their way through it, but there were some that they really just needed some more close-ups. So I'm going to try to make this short and sweet and try to make it as quick as possible to get to the point, so it's not a 20-minute video. So let's get started. You're going to need two pair of any vice grips, whatever, or not vice grips, needle nose pliers or some kind of pliers. I find needle nose works better. Also, you'll need either a pocket knife or a really small flathead screwdriver. So what you're going to do is in here, okay, you're going to have your tabs there. Alright, so, and in those tabs, basically you're going to put your flathead screwdriver or your knife in between this plastic and the metal body of the magazine, and there we go. Okay, so you can see the metal there. Basically you're going to get in between that and the plastic there, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to pry it away. Okay, so if you're not scared to use a knife, I've had several people try to get on me about using pocket knives. And basically that's it. And then start pushing at the same time with this. Keep your hand over it. Okay. And at this point, you're just going to pull your base plate off, set it to the side. Okay. You know, I'll push on the follower. Okay, so it comes out like so. Alright, so your top coil here, as you can see, it's a half coil, and the reason why it's a half coil is because if you look at your if you look at your follower, okay, you see how it's shaped. Okay, what happens is it lives like so. Okay, right up in that flat spot. Okay, got it? Okay, now what I'll do is with this top coil, okay, right in the middle of this top coil, we are going to put a bend in it. Okay, so I'll grab half of it like so, and I'll take my other needle nose pliers, grab the other half, if that thing goes off, that's my son. When he's out playing, we use two-way radios to communicate. Okay, so as you can see, what I did basically was where that lives now, it's got a bend in it. So it's still going to go in there, but what's going to do is it's going to give that follower more of a pitch up, which these magazines are known for nose diving. Okay, so see what I did there? Right in the middle, we just bent it. That's all. Okay, and there's no real critical science to it, because once you load the magazines full, if you overdid anything, it's just going to bend down as far as it needs to. It won't go back to the same shape, but it's going to correct itself to a point. If you took this and bent this straight up in the air and you put it in there and then you loaded your mags, it's going to bend that back down. Okay, and it's going to stop basically at the perfect point. So after you do this tune, you have to load these magazines. I've had some people do the tune and then they're like, well, I took it out and it jammed, and I'm like, did you load your mags? Well, no, I didn't. You have to load your mags, because if you overdo it, when you load them, it's going to correct everything. Okay, so I'm repeating myself. So here we go. We're going to keep going. Okay, to add length to the spring, okay, what I do down here at the bottom, okay, this is your bottom coil. Okay, looks like so. What I'm going to do is down here on this hook end, okay, right about where my fingernail is, I'm going to grab it with the pliers almost to the point where you see where that cutoff is. Almost just going to grab it right there, okay, and I'm going to bend it like so. Okay, now right about here I'm going to bend that. And when I made the other video, sometimes when you're a mechanic or a gunsmith or whatever your trade is, sometimes you forget that other people aren't, and I kind of blew through that video. Okay, so 2 bends. Here and here. That's it. Now, when we turn this around this way, right about here towards the front, but more towards the middle, okay, I'm going to grab it. And I'm going to bend it to where basically now this is even, okay, just like that. And what that's doing is that's giving it more arch, and that's going to help provide, as you can see how it's bent, it's going to provide more how do I put it, more spring tension towards the end of the last round, so that you're not going to have a failure on your last round. Now at this point, I think basically you could just, I mean, like really freaking stretch this and throw it back in and you'd be good. But what I do is I go through and I'll take my needle nose pliers, okay, and what I'm going to do is right in the middle, boom, 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 okay, I'm going to bend it like this. It's going to be shaped like that. So let me get started here. And this bend point, what it's doing is adding another strong point to the spring. So it's not only just depending on the ends of the coils, now it's going to have this little structure here to add life to the spring and also just give it more strength through its life. Okay, now if you do it right, your spring's going to look like this. And the reason being, because as you can see, I went through each of them and just, I mean, it's not a lot. It's just enough, man. Okay, that it's just giving that upward strength, especially towards the front of this coil. Now at this point, like I said, you could probably throw it in there just like that, because that's how you fix the old AR magazine springs, the ones that have the anti-tilt followers in them. Out right there, dude, you take that spring and you slap it back in that AR magazine and you can be rocking and rolling, man, like just like that. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over onto this side, okay, and start hitting this side of the coils, boom, 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 all the way up. And if you do it right, the spring will straighten back up. Okay, you see it basically straightened back up. Now the best part about this tune is if you see one that just kind of, man, I think I did too much, I mean, you could just take your needle nose pliers, like say this coil, I thought I did too much, I could just take and just squeeze it and straighten it back out. Okay, but that's good because like I said, there's no real science to it, man. We're just adding spring tension. If you just take all the thought process out of this, to where it's making it over complicated, and you just go back to the basics and just remember, we're just adding tension. We're making this spring stronger, okay? And then it'll all come to you, okay? Trust me. Now, at this point, your front lips here, okay, as you can see, basically all I do is I just take that radius out of it, okay, and I keep them lips straight. Okay, we do not touch these back here. I've made a video on this. We do not touch these. Do not open those. Do not close them, anything. Just your fronts. Okay, that's it. Now, we could assemble this just like so. Okay, we could assemble that just like that, and that's how it's going to go back in the magazine. All right, but if you want to take this this tune a step forward, a step ahead, basically take your mag body, and you're going to want to clean it some way, even if you just use dish soap or just something of that nature, just something to degrease it. Take your magazine and your spring, throw it in the oven, set it for about 350, 400 degrees. You want it hot, okay? Let it set in there for 20 minutes to a half hour. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to soak that heat, okay? You're trying to soak that heat into the metal to where it's... Sorry about that, guys. It's the kid. What do you want? He's still trying to figure out how to use these. So anyway, so yeah, basically, and then what you do after that is you can you soak the heat and then you quench it. Okay, it's an old you know, tool maker or machinist trick to add strength to metal. But that's basically it. And then here's what I'm gonna show you how I get it back together. So basically, just line it back up. Maybe. Alright, line it back up, and then you want to make sure that the spring falls into place right there where it needs to. Right underneath there, you can see that coil, okay? And then you can see here you got that little bump there. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to line it up with the coil, and then you just rock it back on till it clicks, okay? And then with your feed lips, how I always do my feed lips is just like this. I make sure that when I get this bullet almost all the way out of here, that I can push up and down, okay? And it's just barely enough room for them feed lips to not interfere with the bullet, but also they're there to keep this from moving side to side on the way out. All right, and that's it. And you'll be able to tell right off the bat it's going to be a lot tougher. Just load it and let it set. And I wish you guys luck, and I hope that this helped. And I can't remember the name of the subscriber that asked for the tune or for this video, but I hope it helped. At the time when you asked, I did not have the magazine nor the C9 to redo the tune, so but I did tell you as soon as I got one I would be making another video. So hope this helped. Please hit the thumbs up, share this video. I got tons of other videos on my channel proving that this works, and proving also that the other stuff that people do don't work. It's just a bunch of okey doke, and it's guys that have no kind of certifications or really gunsmithing skills at all. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please hit the thumbs up, and like always, stay safe.